At a time when I am anxious that my words should reach as many of my fellow countrymen as possible.
Through one of the marvels of modern science, I am enabled this Christmas Day.
No human system is perfect, but the system of free ports, with all its faults.
In many countries abroad, we see fears and suspicions, economic and industrial depression, the destruction of liberty and freedom.
Friends, we are beginning a contest which will be one of the most historical in the story of our country.
To the princes and peoples of India, I send my greetings as the King Emperor.
In this grave hour, and perhaps the most faithful in our history, I send to every household of my people
This new year, which will probably be a fateful one in the history of the world, the oceans of the world have been swept clear of German shipping.
It is the duty of those who are charged with the direction of the war to overcome at the earliest moment the military, geographical, and political difficulties and begin the process so necessary and desirable.
There has seldom been a more impotent claim than that put forward by the present government to call itself national.
Members of the Senate and of the House of Representatives of the United States, I feel greatly honored that you should have invited me to enter the United States Senate chamber.
My lords and members of the House of Commons, my husband and I look forward eagerly to the series of visits we shall make next year in the Commonwealth.
And a few days ago came the entry of Israeli troops into Egypt. Was that a dangerous situation? Was it likely to lead to a widespread flare-up in the Middle East? In the judgment of the government,
I remember well the crucial days in 1950 when members of the United Nations were called upon to help the Republic of Korea to repel an armed attack.
As you already know, I have today been appointed Prime Minister by the Queen, and there are one or two things I would like to say to you at once.
But for a vintage performance of transparent opportunism, let me take you to Sheffield last Wednesday. The Leader of the Opposition's aim was clearly to create the maximum confusion by saying that a further application to join the common market without certain things being done would be folly.
As Prime Minister, I want to speak to you simply and plainly about the grave emergency now facing our country.
The common market, he said, is not an issue in this election. 2 days later, he said, prices are not an issue in this election. They're out of order. You're not allowed to raise them.
The wealth must be created before it's distributed. This is where I believe a misunderstanding, or perhaps something worse, has arisen between the government and the party.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you tonight in my red star chiffon evening gown.
If a single currency goes ahead, it will have an impact in one way or another way upon every nation in the European Union.
For voting to award me the Congressional Gold Medal. But you, like me, know who the real heroes are. Those brave servicemen and women, yours and ours, who fought the war and risked their lives still.
Our country faces the biggest choice for a generation. So we need to fight. Not bow out, not walk away, not give in, not give up, but fight. Fight to win for Britain.
Whatever our background, whatever our religion, there are things we share together. We're all British. We respect democracy and the rule of law.
I have just been to Buckingham Palace, where Her Majesty the Queen has asked me to form a new government, and I accepted.
If you don't follow the rules, the police will have the powers to enforce them, including through fines and dispersing gatherings.
We are all devastated by the news that we have just heard from Balmoral. The death of Her Majesty the Queen is a huge shock to the nation and to the world.
My lords and members of the House of Commons, I am deeply grateful for the addresses of condolence by the House of Lords and the House of Commons.
Mr. Speaker, I know the right honourable gentleman rarely leaves North London.
The United States and Israel struck targets in Iran. Iran has since launched indiscriminate strikes across the region.
I swear by Almighty God that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles, his heirs and successors, according to law. So help me God.